Hello and welcome to my video. I'm Sarah Chatello from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today's card is this one, and it is a triple fold with a nice little belly band. I'll show you how it opens. And there's where you can write your greeting. We're going to be using the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. I'm going to open it for you again. I just think that's so cool how it opens. And I'm going to be making this card again, except in different colors. So for this one, we're going to be using, this is Misty Moonlight. And for the one I'll be making today, we're going to be using some Mary Merlot. So let's first start by cutting our paper. I have a piece of Mary Merlot here, and this is 11 by 8.5. This is a full sheet of cardstock. I'm going to grab my trimmer. We're going to need to open it up. So this is the 11-inch side. So we're going to keep that where it is and turn it to the 8.5 side. And we're going to cut that at 5.5. And you have a little piece left over. Keep that because we're going to need that for the belly band. Then we're going to turn, well, we're going to move our scoring blade up and turn our cardstock over, and we're going to score this at 1 1/4. Their scoring blade, 4, and 6 3/4. And then we have our card base here. So while we have the trimmer out, though, let's go ahead and cut our basic white and designer series paper. This is just a scrap I have left over, a basic white. We need a piece that measures 5 1/4 by 2.5. And don't worry about writing all these measurements down. They will be on my blog post in the description of this video. And then I have two pieces here that are 6 by 6 of the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. We're going to be using both sides of this. So for our Designer Series paper, our first one, I wanted to use this, is going to measure 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to turn it because I don't want to cut off the design part. I want to cut off some of this white at the top. So that's 5 1/4 by 4. And then our next one, we're going to flip this over, and we need one that measures 5 1/4 by 2.5. Oh, this one's going to be our 1 inch, sorry. This will be 5 1/4 by 1 inch. And then this one is going to be 5 1/4. This one doesn't really matter because the designs on both sides go either which way. So this is going to be 5 1/4 by 2.5, and I want this part. And then this is already 5 1/4, so we need another piece that's 1 inch. I'm just going to flip it over. So these are just scrap papers. I'm moving them out of the way so I know what papers I need. And then for our belly band, we're going to take that piece of Mary Merlot we had left, and that is 11 by 1 inch. So we're just going to measure it out to 1 inch. And then we're going to score that at 7 3/4 by 3.5. So I'm going to move my paper trimmer out of the way because that is done. And now we can go ahead and fold our card base. So I'm going to get my bone folder. And so first, I'm going to use that first score line there and just fold this over and burnish that score line. And I'm going to take the other one and fold it back, burnish that, and then the last one, fold over. So your card base should look something like this. And then we'll burnish the belly band. And just set that aside. Now we can put on our designer series paper pieces. And I like to kind of lay it out to see what it'll look like. So that one will go there. And that'll be on the inside. I like the look of that, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting some seal on the back. And you can use liquid glue or tear and tape, whatever adhesive you have. So now all our panels are on. It opens like that. Now if you're going to stamp on this or do any little designs, I would do that before you stick it down. I'm not going to do anything to it. So let's go ahead and get our belly band. And what I like to do is kind of make sure it goes around. And then I will take a little bit of seal here. Line it up and push that down. So then for ribbon for this, I'm going to use the Old Olive and Pretty Peacock reversible ribbon. Pretty Peacock is now retired. There's two sides to this ribbon. That's the Pretty Peacock side and that's the Old Olive side. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm just going to put it around and get enough to tie a little bow. Now that I have my bow made, I'm going to go ahead and trim the edges. And now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So I have a scrap piece of basic white here that I cut off from the inside of our card. And I'm not thrilled with this bow, but it'll do. So I'm going to just take the Beauty of Friendship stamp set that is part of that Beauty of the Earth suite. And there's a lot of different sayings in here. I'm going to use the Friendships Refresh the Soul. And this is mounted on a D block. And then I'm going to grab my Mary Merlot ink. And ink that up. I'm just tapping very lightly. And straight down and straight up. So, and that is it for stamping. This card focuses more on the designer series paper. Let me just clean off my stamp. And then I have the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And I used the 3rd and the 4th largest one. So we're just going to take those, move my seal out of the way, and get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then my number 1 platform, the number 2 thin die plate, and then a cutting plate. And then take the piece we just stamped, and the smaller rectangle is going to go there. And then just run that through. And that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to take a piece of Mary Merlot, that leftover piece that we had. Hopefully this is big enough. Just barely, but we can make it work. Now that I have my machine out of the way, have our stitched rectangle there, and the other one, I'm going to take a little bit of seal on the back of the white one and just layer it onto the Mary Merlot. And then take a few dimensionals. Actually, I don't want to do that. Bring in my card base and I put them on it. So I take 2 of those, put them on that 1-inch panel or 1 1/4 inch panel there. And then just stick that down. You might want to move your belly band a little bit, but that does slide nice and comes off, so you can write in it and your recipient can open it and read it. And just to finish up the card, I have some of the brushed metallic adhesive back dots from the July to December mini catalog that actually went live yesterday. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to go with gold for this one. There's gold, copper, and silver. And on the other card, I use silver, which I'll bring that back in a minute. But for this one, I think I'm going to use gold. And I just used 3 of them and placed them kind of randomly around. And that's it. That is the triple fold technique card. Let me show you again what it looks like. And then this goes right back on. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked this video, and I will have more videos for you in the coming weeks. And be sure to click the like button to let me know that you liked this video. There we go. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, bye.